Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stellar Entrepreneur Show at womenlines.com. Womenlines is an online magazine promoting business health and leadership excellence in women across the globe. And in Stellar Entrepreneur Show, we are having entrepreneur guests from whom you can learn a lot. If you believe in your dreams, you can achieve it. So today we are having somebody from Singapore, Lilian Ong, founder social enterprise Class Living, where together with her team, Lilian is on a mission to create highly tailored transformational personal and leadership development programs. She's also founder of Women of Courage Asia, which is a self-funded non-profit community. And her vision is to see women living their dreams and destinies while making a positive impact in the world. She's also country president Singapore ABWCI, which is Association of Business Women in Commerce and Industry. And yes, friends, she's also a real estate consultant and built a furnishing businesses from scratch and exited successfully after 10 years. So much to learn from Lilian. Welcome, Lilian, to our show.
Thank you very much, Charu, for the invitation to be on the show. It is my privilege and honor.
Thank you so much for giving your time. Lilian is also, friends, a courage coach. And as a courage coach and breakthrough catalyst, she helps women to get unstuck from their fears, self-doubts, and limiting beliefs. So yes, Lilian, we are eager to know more about you. Please share about your business and about yourself as a person.
Well, I think you have shared quite a bit in the area of business and community work. I am, first of all, I think I always introduce myself as a mother, right?
Oh.
I'm a mother to two young adults. They are in their early 20s, one boy and one girl.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that will be my greatest pride and joy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and because of that motherhood journey, that's how everything kick-started. My journey of awakening courage really begins when I became a mother, and the journey of motherhood taught me many lessons in leadership. So, which is why Class Living is very focused in building courageous women leaders to ignite their courage and equip them with leadership skills to create an impact, a social impact in their sphere of influence. Yeah.
Was any incident there or something triggered you? Can you share more a little bit how you started with your work? And it has been a journey for you. So maybe some insights can be helpful to our audience.
Right. As you mentioned, I used to be a real estate consultant. I was in the real estate industry, in fact, working in the different spectrum in the real estate industry, and finally landed in real estate agency work, marketing work. And my identity, I realized that when I went into motherhood, my identity actually was very much tied to my achievement and milestones and all that. So when I made a decision to become a full-time mom, that's when the whole self-development cycle process began, because I realized that I lost my identity. I was like, who am I daily facing just milk powder, diapers, vomiting.
Correct.
And
it's not easy. Definitely
yes,
not easy.
Yeah. So it was the loss of it. It really threw me off. Where I begin to question, like, who am I? What am I doing? I stayed at home for 7 years full time, and in that process, I went through depression as well. So the depression triggered this whole process of looking inwards, looking into myself, into my identity. Who am I? What am I doing? What's my purpose? And ultimately, this particular question got the whole thing started, where I was, because I was also battling with suicidal thoughts and in fact attempted suicide. So at that point when I was, I remember that day when I was looking out of the balcony and planning to actually, how can I attempt my suicide again? But I decided to walk into the playroom, into the bedroom, and have a last look at my children who were sleeping. They were babies and toddlers back then. And you know, babies, when they sleep, their tummy go up and down. It was very therapeutic. And because of that, I totally forgot about my suicide attempt. But I was very tired, mentally, physically, emotionally, very, very tired of putting up a strong front. So at that moment, I dragged myself into the playroom. I just slumped down and I found myself started to weep and then to cry. And then I went into a wailing process. I was wailing. It's the unleash of the emotions that was suppressed over the years.
Must have blurted out.
And I realized, yeah, so I surrendered, to God, to your universe, or whatever you call it. But to me, I surrendered, and then I said, help me. I don't know how to help myself anymore. I'm sick and tired, and very, very tired of pretending that everything is okay when everything is not okay inside. Yeah, and I look at my children and I ask, how can I teach them courage? Because I mean, the word courage just keeps surfacing up to me, and so how can I teach them courage? And the only way is to walk the talk, is to lead by example, is to be that leader for them to model after. So that's where the whole process kickstart actually. Yeah, it was as simple as wanting to be a good mother, a role model for my children, to teach them all about being courageous. Yeah, so that was how it all started, and then went into everything else that I embarked, be it building the furnishing business from ground zero, or writing the book, or building the community. Yeah, everything was about stepping into the unknown, stepping into uncertainty. Yeah, so it was the primary initial catalyst was, to be a good mother, a courageous mother for my children to model after. Yeah.
I'm so grateful to you, Lilian, for sharing your vulnerable story, which from where it started, right? Because mostly women are used to showing that they are perfect. And this attitude needs to be changed. We have to start thinking, we have to show the authentic version of ourselves to everybody. And accepting our vulnerability is not bad. And we have example in front of us, friends, Lilian, who agreed to herself. And she was about to take a step in her life, which could have been something which, I mean, we cannot talk about it also right now, but she pushed herself. She has taken a step for herself, and motherhood changes us in every terms. So definitely to all those ladies who are in doubt and who are having questions for themselves, take inspiration from Lilian, because yes, things can be done if you have belief in yourself. So Lilian, can you share more about your entrepreneurship journey in the terms, let's start with habits. What are 3 most important habits for a successful entrepreneur, which you can share with us?
Over the years, I've learned that silence and solitude, having time for yourself, silence and solitude, having that morning mindset check-in is really, really very, 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 very important. Like this morning, because last night I was being a bad girl. I did not sleep early.
Okay.
So therefore, this morning I had to peel myself off the bed. Yeah, so we cannot be led by just emotions, because I may tell myself I don't feel like waking up. But if I were to master my mind, my thinking, feeling, and choosing, my attitude, yeah. So, and that comes with practicing silence and solitude, spending time with yourself, listening to your thoughts, right? And reframing those negative thoughts and addressing those beliefs, those negative beliefs that will sabotage you from moving forward. So that is something that is super, super top of the priority habit that you want to cultivate. And secondly, I think is as a business owner and entrepreneur, cultivating that habit to keeping your promise. Because in business, people don't just do business just because they like you, but because they trust you. I mean, this is a quote by Zig Ziglar, right? So learning, cultivating the habit to keep your promise. Be a woman of your word. Be a man of your word. Yeah, that really helps in being a successful entrepreneur. Most of my customers, eventually, majority of them became my friends, and they are able to share their problems with me, and it extends beyond business. So that is something I learned that's very, very valuable.
Beautiful.
And last but not least, doing it afraid. Yes, just do it afraid. Fear will always be there. We don't want to ignore the big white elephant, and you don't want to be an ostrich, right, as well.
Right.
So do it afraid. Acknowledge that fear. Fear is just an emotion to give you signals and information, data, right? So do it afraid. And actions precedes clarity. We are fearful because we are fearful of the unknown, of the uncertainty. Yeah, but with consistent action, it gives you clarity. Because I always tell my community ladies that action precedes clarity. Yeah,
Beautiful.
eliminate those fears, and courage is a choice to take
Right.
intentional action in the face of fear to create the change that you want for your life. So do it afraid.
Very beautiful. Loved all the tips, especially the trust one. I think as we grow in our businesses, in the rush of life, people forget many things. But the trust factor is something which can take us a long way. And take a note, friends, make sure that besides having habits and fighting a fear, make sure you are fulfilling all those promises which you are making with your customers and your network. So, can you share some sales tip which has helped you in your businesses? Because as entrepreneurs, we know it's not easy to sell the products which we love with so much passion. And at times, women entrepreneurs get stuck. So, any insights for them?
I realized over the years that one of the misconceptions in the area of sales is, whenever you want to share the solutions, the value that you have to people, and that misconception is that I don't want to sell to people. I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to, don't want to be salesy, and all that narratives, right, that went through the mind. I think you want to start from there to address the mindset. And we are coming from a place of adding value, right? If we see a problem, a gap, a pain, a need in the people that we are serving, and here you have the solution, the method, the strategies, the ideas that you are able to add value and offer to the people that you are serving, and you actually deprive them of that solution if you are not speaking up, if you are not sharing. So I always believing in coming from a space and the mindset of how can I add value in the people that I'm serving. Active listening is a critical sales tip, sales habit that you want to cultivate, because through active listening, you find out what are the pains, what are the beliefs of the people that you're serving. And that's where you can come in to meet the gap and provide them with be generous in sharing strategies, and work with them even, complementary, so that they are able to experience certain results in advance. And they get to experience you in advance as well. Right? They experience your competency, they experience your character, and that builds trust. So this is, I know, I'm not afraid to share, because we are living in the era of internet where knowledge is just at the touch of a finger.
Yes.
There's no my secret recipe, I want to hoard this information. That information is everywhere right now.
Very
true. So to differentiate yourself, and one critical sales tip that I feel that for those of us who are providing service, professional service, be generous in adding value. Be active in the listening to find out the needs and the pain of your clients, the people that you are serving. Provide them with advanced result experience. Yeah.
Very insightful tip, I must say, Lilian, because I think it's all about mindset. And once we change that mindset, instead of thinking that we are selling, we are serving, it can really bring a big change in our dealings with our customers. So, Lilian,
Yes,
from
yes.
your experience, have you faced in your business any challenge, some point of time, and how you faced it, you want to share with us?
Oh, wow. Definitely lots of challenges because I realized my whole journey, entrepreneurial journey, is always stepping into the unknown. So one of my greatest challenge was when I built a furnishing business from ground zero. I don't have any knowledge in the furnishing industry. I was not officially trained as an interior designer nor decorator. Yeah, so I didn't know how to register a company. I have no prior experience in running a business. So it's really starting from ground zero. I didn't have any mentor or business coach to guide me. So it was really through the school of hard knock. So that has taught me one very, very big lesson, and that is resourcefulness. Yeah, being resourcefulness, being resourceful. Yeah. So again, it goes back to the identity and the mindset and the belief system, which is why I'm so passionate in and doing what I'm doing right now, because to me, that was the root of my problem. Once I clear this identity issue and the belief system issue, I became resourceful because I am resourceful. So I create all the possibilities around me. I don't see problems as problems anymore. I see them as opportunities.
Wow.
So, and I begin to be able to identify and look out for opportunities, strategic partners. Yeah. And yes, I think that goes back to your identity and mindset. Yeah.
Wow, awesome to know that. And yes, it gives us confidence that nobody can stop you, because if you are having challenges and you tell yourself you are resourceful, you will come with some solution. I think things will work out definitely for us. We will love to know, Lilian, what makes your company stand out from all other businesses in your niche. And yeah, maybe you want to share about who is your ideal client. If somebody is listening, they can reach out to you.
Right. In short, in a nutshell, our company, Class Living. By the way, Class Living, the word class stands for courage, love, authenticity, stewardship, and significance.
Wow.
Yeah, we are a social enterprise, and yeah, that's our core value. Yeah. So in short, we help women to ignite their courage and leadership for impact. So Class Living is a social enterprise. So we focus on empowering and developing women to become courageous leaders to create a social impact through their businesses or through their passion, right, in their own sphere of influence. And we do that by providing customized leadership programs and an ecosystem of community support, which is why we have Women of Courage Asia for the personal development, pro bono monthly empower meeting, and Her Courage Business Network, which is primarily focused on providing the support for female entrepreneurs, especially solopreneurs and micro enterprises. Yeah. And being affiliated to being the being the country president for ABWCI Singapore, our solopreneurs and micro enterprises, female entrepreneurs, if their businesses extend beyond the shores, we are connected to the world globally, the women leaders globally. Yeah. So that's the power of the ecosystem of community support that differentiate us from other training
institutes. So
training institution. I'm not even institution. I don't consider myself an institution. Yeah. They're a social enterprise with a business with a purpose.
Beautiful. So women from other parts of the world can also approach you and be part of your ecosystem. Is it possible online?
Yes. Yeah. So they can join us in of course, we have the Facebook group that they can be part of the community. Yeah. And we run monthly empowerment meetings as well, programs, challenges that they can be part of it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And
So
and
yes,
most importantly, the Transform with Courage bootcamp, yeah, which is our signature program, and it's sort of like our mission trip, every year to different parts of the world. It's a 3 day, 3 nights, full immersion personal and leadership development program. Yeah, so
fantastic.
that is happen annually. So the upcoming one is in September, and this year we are going Penang, Malaysia,
Oh,
in September.
friends, those who are listening to it and those share, please share with your network because you never know who is there, who is looking for such ecosystem, and they can really get so much help from the ecosystem which Lilian has created. So my last question, Lilian, will love to hear some tip regarding how you boost your productivity for work because burnout is common and to-do list is never finished. So how you keep yourself active and any special thing you are doing as a routine, can you share with that?
Right. A lot of things actually goes back to the basic, and it's actually very simple. I think we human beings like to complicate things.
I agree.
One, yeah, and one of the area that I'm actually currently working with a group of ladies is uh in the area of time management, managing your time, how looking into your relationship with time.
Okay.
Yeah, your relationship with time, because once you take control and ownership of that, you will stop, you will prevent yourself from causing a burnout. Yeah, it's all about how you take care of the resources, right? And
Correct.
time is a resource. It's one of the resources that are gifted to us, and we all have 24 hours a day.
All right.
Yeah, we are all, yeah, working with 24 hours. How you work with those 24 hours is critical in the to translate into productivity or burnout. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So if you fail
That's,
to plan,
yeah,
like the saying goes, right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
I agree. It's a beautiful quote you have shared and time management, how you're managing your 1,440 minutes. I always say in a day, count your minutes, things will change for you. So,
Yeah.
last part of the interview, Lilian, please give some insightful message for Women Lines audience.
Mm, awareness. Awareness is the most critical starting point, which is why I have my 3A system approach, right? Awareness empower you with a choice. I say that again. Awareness empower you with a choice to create that intentional action to, and it gives you the courage. After you have the awareness, it gives you the courage to actually make intentional choices. Yeah, to create the change that you want, to take the intentional and committed change. Yeah, committed action to create the change. So in all my conversations or coaching, I always start with awareness. That's where the person that we are serving is empowered with a choice. When they
Beautiful.
are empowered with a choice, they create the change. The power is in their hands. Yeah.
Thank you.
We are just being the facilitator, the tour guide, the coach. Yeah.
Wonderful. So well said, Lilian. Power is within everybody. And I strongly believe every woman on this planet is blessed with some power, which you are helping others to come to know and take it further. So thank you so much for giving your time, sharing insights about your experience. I wish you all the best. May you encourage many more women across the globe and fill them with courage. Thank you. Best wishes.
Thank you very much.